County ground yesterday without a win in their last 6 fixtures. Our commentator for the match is Phil Duffel.
Swindon fans come to the county ground expecting goals these days. Town haven't drawn a blank at home in the league all season, and in 16-goal Ifeanora boast one of the First Division's top guns. But there's no Robinson or Borrows at the back today as suspensions take their toll, and their places go to Alan Reeves and David Kerslake. It's a welcome return for the ex-Leeds and Tottenham defender who's been out through injury since September. Expect Kerslake to get forward down the right whenever possible. The Shakers aren't the best of travellers. They're the only side in Division 1 without an away win, and that's mainly due to a poor scoring record with only 7 goals in 14 matches away from Gig Lane. Top scorer Frenchman Laurent de Jaffo is still ruled out, but 2 players who've caught the eye of Premiership scouts, Dean Keeley and Chris Lucchetti, are in the lineup. It's the home team then who get the game underway. Manager Jim Quinn's insisted on extra fitness work this week. He feels that Swindon have the quality to beat Bury, but only if they match them in the physical sense. We shall see. First touch for Kerslake. Gooden's flick on though straight through to the goalkeeper. Match referee today is Steve Bennett, who comes from Orpington in Kent. This is West. Wins the throw. West leaves it for Dawes, lining up the shot. Well, first meaningful strike on goal of the game. And Nick Dawes hit it pretty sweetly, but I think Talia had it covered all the way. Crowd thought that was handball by Jemson, referee didn't. This is John Rose. Swindon was sleeping, still John Rose. Talia reins it in. Well, I would think plenty for Jim Quinn to talk about at half-time, because I'm sure he was expecting a much more upbeat performance from his team. Gareth Hall in space for Swindon, finds Onura, little layoff, Hall once more, straight into the arms of Dean Keeley, and so far it's the defenders who are leading the way in attack for Swindon Town. John Rose, Chris Billy. Bury certainly still bossing it in midfield. That's a good-looking ball from Dawes to James. Real opportunity this. 3 waiting in the box. It's Jemson, and Swindon have a massive escape. Really good play, and it was the goal frame that saved Swindon. Now that was a late challenge. John Rose on Talia, and John Rose has incurred the wrath of several Swindon players. Splendid play by Bury down the right, which carved out the initial chance for Jemson, and it smacked against the post with Talia beaten. When the ball finally came back in, the keeper was first to react, and Lenny John Rose was just a little late with his challenge. Kerslake dishes out the hand signals and then delivers it to the edge of the box, but Taylor didn't make it, and here come Bury on the counter, and it's something like 5 against 2 at the minute in this break. Good try, just cleared the bar. Jemson it was who struck it. I bet Jim Quinn's wishing he had his own boots with him. If he could come on, it would surely liven things up a bit. John Rose now for Bury. Little ball in for James, good turn. Talia smartly down to his right, on the edge of his 6-yard box. Kind of save he makes look easy, but it was worrying the way the defence opened up in front of him. play again presents it to the opposition. Davis loses out. This is James with a cross and turned in. Bury lead by a goal to nil, and it's been coming. Midway through the second half, Adrian Littlejohn, with the deftest of near-post touches beyond Frank Talia, gives Bury the lead. Walters coming much more into the game in this second half, which is a good sign for Swindon. So too Kerslake. And Dars found himself on the edge of the box. Good strike. Just leaning back and unable to keep the ball down and seriously test Dean Keeley. Taylor striding forward out of defence. Walters down the line for Kerslake, in a good position this. Header into his own net, an extraordinary own goal. Well, you'll go a long way to see an incident stranger than that. I think it's Dean West who's got the goal in spectacular style. Swindon are back in a game they scarcely deserved to be. And it took an opponent to score, and Neil Warnock looks thoroughly disgusted with the whole thing. Well, Craig, you got out of jail a bit at the end there today.
Definitely, we didn't play very well, and I think in the end Bury deserved 3 points. But we worked hard for the last 20 minutes. That's probably our best bit of football we played and got a result.
Defender's eye view of that own goal. It was a bit special.
Yeah, I've probably done it a few times myself. I don't know what he was trying to do really. I think he was trying to head it over the bar, but like I say, we were just happy with that at the end.
We'll discuss what he was trying to do in a minute, but I thought Bury were a bit unlucky in that game.
Yeah, by the highlights, they played very well, and I think, as Craig said there, they deserved to win the game probably, and for the misfortune at the end, it cost them dearly.
Well, let's just have a look at that own goal again, because it was a bit bizarre, wasn't it, in the last minute?
Yeah, I think he's trying to obviously head it over the bar, and he's lost his bearings altogether, and he's put it right in the top corner. And if he hasn't played up front before, I should imagine he could be up there next week.
It was very unfortunate, and he was looking. And then, of course, the shot that we had earlier as well of the goalkeeper. This is classic, isn't it?
He's absolutely devastated. He's one of the best goalkeepers in our division as well, so I don't think he's too impressed with that one.
Importantly, it's a good result for you, isn't it, in Bristol City?
Yeah, it was. For neither team to win the game was a good result for us, so it keeps them both in the bottom half, and we'll be trying our best to catch both.